Yo, what is going on, guys? At the DFS Shark, we're back with another day of some NBA hoops. It is now March 16th, and we got a pretty good sized slate today. There is a early game tipping off at about 4 o'clock. Just one early game on the slate today. It's going to be the Rockets and Cavs, I believe. So just be aware of that if you're watching this later in the day. But as always, guys, if y'all like these videos, if y'all like these breakdowns, me going over these plays, make sure you hit that like and hit that subscribe button. I think over 75% of the people that watch these videos aren't subscribed. So drop that subscribe, put that notification bell so you can be alerted as soon as these breakdowns drop. And if you do want these plays even sooner, go ahead and join the Discord. The Discord's 100% free to join, and the link for that is going to be in my description, so you can go check that out. But if you are new to Prizepicks, if you've never played before, if you're considering jumping in, it is a great time to jump in with the MLB season coming up. They're going to probably start running a lot of discounted lines, so you can take advantage of those. But drop in this promo code right here at checkout, and they're going to match you up to $100. So if you throw in 50, they'll match you 50, all the way up to 100. Take advantage of that. And then if you want to diversify, if you're on Prizepicks, if you're on these other sites and you're looking for another book, CHALKBOARD is going to be your best option at the moment because they run all kinds of discounted lines, anchor lines. So you really want to tap in and get those discounts and pair those up with some solid plays. Same thing here, drop in that code SHARK. They're going to match you 100% as well. And once you're in the Discord, slide down here to the free play section right here. And you will see this is where I post all of my free plays, man. I'm posting all of these plays I go over on YouTube, and then I'm adding plays throughout the day. We added a 6-man slip in here yesterday. Fortunately, it didn't come through, but this was the protected play, so we got our cash back. The NBA plays couldn't come through. The college basketball ones did, but this is the free play section. And then if you want to take things even further, there is a channel called Join Premium. You can learn more about that there if you want access to all of my plays every single day, or just go to the dfsshark.com. You can see this is my website here, and you can read, some testimonials from some people, some reviews they've left on the premium, and some of the wins that we've got along the way as well. But with that said, let's jump into yesterday's play, yesterday's recap. Man, Wemby sold us, man. McCollum came out. He had 4 rebounds in the first quarter. So he came out quick out of the gates, right? We hit this within 10 minutes. We hit the McCollum line. So that was one of the easiest catches I've had all year, honestly. Seemed like the first 5 minutes of that game we had already hit. And then Wemby had 8 rebounds and assists at the half. So more than halfway there, I thought for sure he was going to hit it. And then throughout the third quarter, he played most of the third quarter. He didn't get 1 rebound or assist. So that's just unfortunate for him to not even be able to get 1 rebound or assist throughout the third quarter. And then the fourth quarter, he was able to snatch up a couple of rebounds and maybe an assist there, but ultimately it's just too late after the terrible start he had to the third quarter was just non-existent in that game. So Wemby sold us, man. Wemby sold us on this one. Nothing we can do there, man. We were on the right side with him coming out hot like that. Spurs even stayed in the game somewhat. They made it somewhat competitive, so he was able to stay on the court longer, but he just could not get nothing going, man. Jokic just pretty much dominated him in the paint, but I thought Wemby would be able to grab some more boards and get some more assists at least, but it is what it is, man. This is all part of the game. It's all part of the journey. You're going to win some, you're going to lose some. You just got to roll with it, man. Good bankroll management is key here, as always, as I always mention, and I'm always saying that in the Discord. But let's jump into my plays, man. So first of all, I'm going to start with my top 2 plays, and then we're going to go into my top 3. But I want to put you on to the optimizer also. I want to let you know what the optimizer's on, what the optimizer's seeing, so you can have some more lines. And you can pick and play all these lines that I give you, right? You can pick and play any way you want. So the top play on the optimizer, we got Chet Holmgren rebounds under 8.5 at a 54.21 odds to hit. All the books, major books, like you see Pinnacle, -164. They are known as the sharpest sports book out of all the sports books, right? And they have this at a -164. You got DraftKings, FanDuel, -130. You got Bet Online at a -150. So all the odds makers are saying they got Chet Holmgren going under this line. So this is a really solid line if you want to throw this in. And then they got De'Aaron Fox under 4.5 rebounds as well. Looks like Pinnacle doesn't have a line here, but FanDuel has this all the way at a -142. Fliff at a -150. So these are 2 solid plays. You could even throw into a 2-man play. You can match these with a 5 or a 6-man. But I like giving you these top plays on Daily Grind, man. Daily Grind is the best tool when it comes to finding the best values without even having to do research. Honestly, you don't even have to do research. If you just want to pick the top plays on Daily Grind, you can do that, and you will win consistently as long as you stay consistent with picking these plays, right? In the long term, you will turn profits. It's the best way. It's the best tool to use, honestly, if you're always on the road, if you're busy, if you're always working, because you can literally just pull it up on your phone, hit this refresh, and all the sportsbook lines get updated, and then you know the newest play as soon as it drops. Because Prizepicks, a lot of times you'll see this play here, it probably won't be there in the next 15 minutes because it's going to get bumped or removed, because a lot of people are going to be putting that play in as well, because you can see the major line difference, right? But if you want to check out Daily Grind, see if it's for you, drop in that code SHARK at checkout. They're going to hook you up with 25% off your first month. Let's dive into these top 2 plays. So first, we're going to be going OG. We're going to go Anunoby, and the line I'm liking is points and assist at 14.5, and this line is still here. You can see he's hit this line 3 out of his last 5, coming back from injury. And so one thing to be aware of on this game is Anunoby at the moment is a game time decision. He is questionable, so if you put this in, there's a chance that it may end up just getting refunded if he doesn't play. If he does play, I'm liking this play, so I'm rolling the dice on this one. So they're going to be the late game, plus 3.5 on the road, about a 219 total. So not the highest total here, but I like in the spread. Should be a close played game. I'm hoping throughout the game, hoping Anunoby stays on the court. Most game it could put up 30+ minutes for us. So diving in here to his last 5, he's hit this at 60% of the time, and you can see he's had some pretty big games here, 27 and 23, 26 points in this game here. His last 10, he's hit this at 80%. So he's shown he can consistently hit this line in his more recent games, which is good for us, right? In his last 20, he's hit this 65% of the time, and for the year, 58% of the time. All right, obviously with Randall out, who's been out for a while now, he gets a big bump. Mitchell Robinson out, he's getting a bump. For the Kings, they got Kevin Huerter, game time decision. Trey Lyles out on that side. But looking at his matchup, they are not a strong defense. They're 21st in points allowed, 22nd in assists allowed. And if you go into the small forward position, they're a little tougher, 15th and 7th ranks there. But over his last 10 games, Anunoby has played heavy minutes. He didn't even play all of last month. You can see here he came back. He's played 2 games straight, and he's played 28 and 35 minutes. But before that, he was pushing 40+ almost every game, and then about 33 a game. So he's someone who's going to get his heavy minutes, especially in a close game, a spread like this, tight spread. I expect him to be on the court a lot and shooting the ball, right? And so you could just go points here as well, but he can sneak in some assists, and that could be the difference in getting us the win on this one. Because you see here he had 4 assists here this game, 2 assists, 2 assists, 4 assists. So I'm just hoping he can get us 2 to 3 assists and get us maybe about 12 to 13 points there, and we should be good to roll with that. If we go slide back to Daily Grind, right, you can see what all the odds makers, all the books have him at. Points and assists, they got him at a 52.96% chance to hit here, which is great for us. We got DraftKings at -130. We got BetMGM -130. We got Bovada at a -130. So all the odds makers are liking Anunoby to go over this line as well. So this is going to be the first play. We're going to be locking this one in. And for our next play, we're going Deandre Ayton here. So he's been just absolutely crushing this line recently. You can see 4 of his last 5. He's gone over this line, and not just over, way over this line here. And let's dive into the game here. Now, the one thing to be concerned with this game, it is definitely blowout potential. The Pelicans are coming off a game last night. They're coming off a back-to-back night. Total is a little on the lower side, but I'm liking Ayton the way he's been playing recently, man. I think he can hit this line pretty early for us if he can get off to a hot start. You can see over his last 5, he's hit this at 80% of the time. His last 10, 80% of the time as well. Last 20, 65 head-to-head. Last game they played last month against New Orleans, he put up 21. So he just hit that line. For the year, 39%. But you can see recently he's been heating up. And a big part of that heating up recently, Jeremy Grant is going to be out this game. He's been listed doubtful. Does say game time decision here. but I looked it up and he is doubtful. Simons is going to be probable for this game, so most likely he's going to play. He is going to also eat into the amount of shots Ayton's going to get, obviously, but with Grant out, Ayton's going to get increased opportunities, increased shots on this team, and plenty of opportunities to hit this line for us. He's going to be playing heavy minutes as well. You can see over his last, over his last 10 games, he's averaged about 33 minutes a game, but over his last 3 out of his last 4, he's played 40 minutes at least. And you can see he's hit this line in 6 of his last 7 games, averaging 26.6 a game, and we're getting this line at 20.5. So he's been averaging 7 points above this for his last 5 games, or his last 7 games. And we're getting this. And by the way, this is Outlier. If you like this tool, this is where I break down all of my stats, trends, and figure out and really dive deep into these players and why I like them. But there is a 7-day free trial on this if you want to try them out. The link is in my description. If we slide over to Daily Grind here, points and assists, they got it as a second line here, minus 131 odds to hit. DraftKings at a minus 125, BetMGM minus 130 here. So Deandre Ayton is a solid play here. It's a play that I'm going to be rolling with tonight. But these are my top 2 plays. Got these locked in already, and I've already posted these in the Discord as well. Let me go over my next 3 plays. These are plays that I'm not on at the moment. Kind of got my eyes on, and I'm going to see how it goes while I'm putting in my slips later, but these are potential plays for me. One's going to be Jabari Smith. Points over 13.5. He gets a big bump. Everyone on this team, especially Jabari and Jalen Green, they're going to benefit from Sengun being out. So I'm liking Jabari Smith to go over this line. You can see his last game he went for 16. No Sengun, so you're taking away, I don't know how many shot attempts he's making, probably like 10 plus a game on shot attempts. So that's 10 plus shots. It's got to go somewhere. And Jabari Smith is going to be a good play for this. He has not the strongest matchup in Cleveland. They're pretty tough. He's going to have Jared Allen on him, but I like him to come in and hit this line for us. Next, the line I liked here was John Collins over points and assists, 17.5. Still here. He's hit this line 4 of his last 5, so he's been playing well recently. Another tough matchup against Minnesota, but I think Collins, with the way he's been playing lately, should get a big bump here. And for the last play, I'm liking Jonas on the PRA over 18.5. Valanciunas, he has not been hitting this line steady. So this is one to be a little cautious one if you're heavy on trends. But Jonas is a play I'm liking here against a soft Portland defense. Like I said, the key is Portland just staying in that game. But if they can stay in the game, I think him and Ayton are both going to be going at each other all night, and they're going to be putting up some points on both sides. That's going to be it for my plays of the day, guys. If y'all like these videos, these type of breakdowns, make sure you hit that like, hit that subscribe, and hit that notification bell. It's also another way to show the support. And by the way, we also just hit 2,000 subscribers yesterday or the day before. I can't remember, but I just want to say I appreciate everyone who's been rocking with me on these videos as we grow this channel. We've been growing at a pretty quick pace. We posted our first video 2 to 3 months ago, and since then, it's been amazing to see everyone liking these videos and commenting and us. And the best part is we're all getting wins together. We've been hitting these books hard, and that's the plan, to keep it going that way, right? And also remember, I'm dropping nightly chalkboard videos as well every single night, usually between like 9 to 10 at night. I'm dropping 2-man slips there, so you can kind of bundle those up and get a good bankroll builder play, and then build up on some high upside plays on the rest of the day through chalkboard as they drop all those discounts. Make sure you drop in code on chalkboard. Get started on there. Drop me a message in the Discord, and I'll set you up in the premium as well. Run those likes up, guys. That's going to be it for this one. Y'all have a great rest of the day, and take care.